Hey everyone, it's me Tiger. Welcome back to another video here on my channel. If you're new here, I make Animal Crossing content here on YouTube, so be sure to like this video and also subscribe if you would like to see more. I am here with a very fun, very spicy video. A few days ago, I asked you guys to share your unpopular opinions and spicy confessions about Animal Crossing New Horizons, and you guys definitely delivered. I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds of comments to go through here. I'm just gonna go through, read these, tell you guys my opinion, my response. I will remind you before we get started that this is all in good fun and not to be taken seriously. If you disagree though, I would love to hear what you have to say in the comments. Just keep it nice, okay? So the number one liked comment on this post was from Froggy Crossing, a good fellow Animal Crossing YouTuber. She says, I think the villagers should be able to wear shoes. Why are they always walking around bare feet on my beautiful builds? Like, let me gift Petrie some baddie high heels. Honestly, I agree though. So many times I'm trying to dress up my villagers and I want to give them shoes and they can't wear them, and it's just like, why? They have little nubs as feet. Some of them have claws, some of them have different feet, but they do have feet that could wear shoes, and I think it'd be pretty funny to see Petrie in some high heels. This one says, I don't like overly cluttered islands, nor islands with more simple panels than anything else. I feel like custom designs should be used more to accent the items that you collect/use. I can see what you mean, but honestly, I think it depends on your personal goals in the game. Do you want to focus more on the gameplay, or do you want to focus more on decorating and aesthetics? I have no problem if you play the game either way. I think that if you don't use a lot of custom designs, or if you do use a ton, it's fine either way. If you don't like it, then don't do it. If you do like it, then do it. I like how slow-paced the game is. Even the lack of bulk crafting, it stops me from rushing and gives me time to think. A lot of people were mad that we didn't get bulk crafting with the 2.0 update. I was one of those people, okay? I'm one of the people who is very rushed all the time, trying to craft items ASAP, but I understand the other point of view. You're trying to have a relaxing, chill gameplay. It is crazy to me how much people will charge for items. Even the listing prices on Nookazon are super high. I know some of the new items are rare, but if you have them, they're cataloged already. It's not fair to resell them for hundreds of thousands/millions of bells. I agree. If you already have the item, it's catalogable. Why sell it for so much? I mean, you could add a little fee for, having to go order it for them or whatever, but I just don't understand why you would charge millions of bells. I mean, I guess get that bag, be on that grind, I guess. Okay, this one's more of a confession. It says, sometimes I'll give my villagers a gift and they'll be like, oh, that looks familiar. And inside I'm like, oh, so that was you that gave that to me. That's happened to me as well. Very awkward. You always feel bad. Shino is brought way down by her being a peppy. She should have been a big sister villager or a snooty villager. I love Shino no matter what the personality is, especially since I'm the type of person who focuses more on decorating my island. I don't really talk to my villagers over and over and over again throughout the day, so I don't see a lot of their personality, which sounds kind of sad now that I say it out loud. So I don't really personally have a problem with Shino being peppy, but I do think that the snooty or big sister personality would have fit her better. I can definitely agree with that. I never liked Raymond, not even a little, to be honest. He autofilled onto my island and I sold him as soon as possible, which was great for me because I made around 8 million bells if I remember correctly. I agree 100%. I have never liked Raymond either. Not even a little. You might have seen my TikTok about him recently. By the way, you should totally check out my TikTok if you want to. I started posting more on there and it's pretty fun. Raymond is definitely overrated in my opinion, but I can also see why people would enjoy him. I just don't understand why people enjoy him so much. This is another funny confession about villagers and gifts. This one says, I open presents I am supposed to deliver to other villagers to see if I want it. If I don't want it, I buy wrapping paper, then wrap it and give it to my villagers villagers, lol. You know, that is relatable. Sometimes you be desperate for items. This person says, we need more goth villagers. There's only a handful and it's tiring seeing the same 12 over and over. Agreed. I would love to see some more like darker aesthetic villagers. I love Muffy. I love Roscoe. I love Rodeo. They're some of my favorite villagers, honestly, and there's definitely not enough of them. Of course, I couldn't make this video without including some comments about the entire core debate. Larry says, Animal Crossing community can just take any word and put core at the end, which then becomes a theme. Yeah, that is kind of how it works. I don't see the problem in using the word core. I think it just sounds good. It also gives a shorter description to your island aesthetic. I think Liz the Last talked about this in her unpopular opinion video, and I totally agreed with her viewpoint. I don't see why it makes people so angry. You know, there were some really angry comments about this. This one I thought was funny. It just says, my dad still has a tent and he's been playing for a year and a half. Mood. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Colin says, I love the way my island lags. It's so satisfying to see how much work I put into it. I get the last part, but the first part, I don't understand. The lag on my island makes me so angry. I'm like, please, I'm just trying to run across my island and it's going so slow because of the lag. I wish that our Nintendo Switches had more of a capacity to handle the amount of items that do cause lag right now, because it is kind of frustrating. I feel like my island really isn't even that cluttered. This one is a funny confession. It says, when I was a kid and playing Wild World, I found some random rumor online that said you could marry one of your villagers, and I attempted to marry Joey the Duck, lol. I will say, I do remember playing New Leaf, and I remember that like same thing happening to me where I was like, can we marry one of our villagers? I was trying to marry Zell. But then I had like this whole like plot made up in my head that he was actually in love with Fauna. That was basically my childhood. Fauna and Zell's love story. This person says, I once kicked out my favorite villager Marshall ... just to sell him for profit and then re-invite him. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do to get bells. This is the last one I'm gonna read. This is a pretty hot take. It says, they have given us way too many customization for our island. Terraforming, I get it. Bridges, I get it. Custom designs, I get it, but we don't need in-game paths or customizable wooden furniture and hundreds of thousands of items. I love it, but from what I've seen and played from the past games, it just doesn't feel like Animal Crossing. It feels like create and customize. It's not that deep. No offense, no hate, but I mean, if people want to customize their islands, they should be able to. I personally love the amount of customization. I think it adds a whole different aspect to Animal Crossing, and wouldn't it be boring if they just released the same game over and over? I think it's great that they're adding new things. If you don't want to take advantage of the customization, it's pretty simple. Just don't. Anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you've enjoyed these spicy confessions and unpopular opinions. If you did, be sure to like this video and subscribe if you would like to see more Animal Crossing content. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day or night. I will see you guys later. Bye!